And could you just tell us about what we're doing here today?
It's a very good question. I asked myself what I'm doing here today. So today I am filming for Fifth Gear, and we're making a film about how brilliant Vicki Pedersen is at Speedway, and also he is going to try and teach me how to ride one of his bikes. I'm not very good on two wheels. I'm absolutely brilliant if the bike's in a straight line, but I have to get off it when I go around a corner. And considering that Speedway is all about cornering, I'm not sure that my chances of success today are particularly high, but I shall give it a go. I've just sat on the bike, and it's a very, very different riding position to how you would normally ride on the road. So in that respect, even though it is a motorbike, it feels completely alien. Also, you've got no brakes. You've got no gearbox, so that the motorbike is already in one gear and that's it. And you have to put your right foot really far back, and then with your left foot you sort of have to skim the ground with it. So I've never ridden a motorbike like that before. So I think it's as far removed, from riding a bike as it is from flying to the moon.
Well, into something completely different. Is this your first visit in Denmark?
Yes, it is my first visit in Denmark, yeah. And I've just found the Danish people so welcoming and accommodating, and also definitely in the people that I've met in Vicki Pedersen's team, they've all shared a good British sense of humour as well, so it's been lovely.
The next big thing here in Denmark doing motorsport is drifting. So of course I'd like to ask you, because we've seen a lot of videos with you testing cars and doing slightly a bit of drifting, but do you have any experience in actual drifting?
When I drive a car, I absolutely love getting it sideways. For me, that gives me massive, massive pleasure. But I've never actually driven a drift car, and they are set up and tricked up to go sideways, quite easily. So I don't have experience of that, but I am thinking that this Speedway bike is a bit like a drift car in the fact that it was designed to go sideways. So I'm trying to sort of draw a bit of analogy, between my car world and into the motorbike world with that. But considering I've never, been in a drift car, never sat on that, I'm not an expert in that field. But I do love getting a car sideways. That's my big, big passion.
Could you at any time be up for a challenge to do some drifting?
I would definitely be up for a challenge to do some drifting, yeah.
Tell me about how it is to be, a woman in what is usually called a man's world.
Yeah. Well, I've been racing since I was 12 years old, and there were not many girls when I was racing. So I've grown up around boys and competing around boys and some girls. And so to me, I've always just been me. And whenever I've been racing, you put a helmet on and you race against a fellow competitor, whether they're a monkey, a mouse, a man or a woman. So it's never really been an issue for me. But I know that I'm very lucky to have the job that I do, and I love being a girl, so I get the best of every world. In the last year, one car that does stand out for me is the BMW M5, purely because we went to a racing circuit. We went to Pau in France, and I just had the whole racing circuit to myself and was slinging the car sideways, and that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. That was good fun. This is a massive highlight for me in my life, let alone in the last, sort of 12 months. In a couple of weeks, I'm going up in a jet fighter plane, and I'll be then racing at the jet fighter plane against myself in a Porsche, the new Porsche Boxster. So that should be quite exciting. So I don't really have a dull week.